There's the eggs.
Here, I'll take this out.
Okay, do you want to explain for the audience what happened here?
Okay. This is my grill, and there used to be a little smoker box here that you put wood chips in. It's gone because it rusted away, filled with water and rusted away. Well, a bird flew in there. And then at some point, it came out and opened up the grill, and the bird flew out. Left the eggs, but the bird never came back, so.
Hey, free eggs!
Yeah, I kind of wonder, like, you know, we should crack them open and see what's inside.
Hopefully not a scary bird skeleton.
Could be an awesome bird skeleton.
Don't crack them open. Respect them.
Why?
Because.
What am I going to do with them?
Let the girls look at them.
Alright, alright.
Hello, honey, I am home. It is 20 after 12, but I only had like 4 beers today, and I drank them extremely slowly, so... I've been getting a little flack for not reviewing things because the name of my channel is The Pat Review. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to review something today. When I was over visiting my friend Chris today, it was a very significant day for him because he bought a motorcycle. Not a brand new one, it was a very nice old used one, but it's his first motorcycle, and he was thrilled to finally have this because he's been attempting to get permission from his wife to get a motorcycle for 5 years now. So he's really been playing the long game on this thing with this motorcycle, but he finally... I'm not going to review the motorcycle because I don't know anything about motorcycles. What I am going to review is the male midlife crisis. Because me and him were talking, and he admitted that, yeah, this is kind of a midlife crisis thing, because he never gave a crap about motorcycles back when we were young. So, I am no spring chicken, as you know, but I'm trying very hard to avoid turning into midlife crisis guy. Midlife crisis guy always does the following things. Number 1, he buys a car that is way too cool for him. When I traded in the PT, there was a Dodge Charger on the lot that was almost the exact same price as the car that I did get. And if you've ever seen the newer Dodge Chargers, they look fucking awesome. And this thing had an 8-cylinder under the hood. It would have had tons of horsepower. And I was looking at it and I was like, no, that's midlife crisis car. I am not getting that. I am going to get the sensible 4-cylinder that gets good gas mileage. The second thing midlife crisis guy always does is starts bodybuilding. Starts going to the gym, building up the abs, getting some giant biceps, getting some big pecs, and then walking around all fucking muscly all the time, all roided up and kind of pissed off. And now that I have lost some weight, I did have a temptation of like, maybe I should go get some weights and start lifting weights. And then I was like, you know what? No, that's midlife crisis guy. I mean, maybe I'll get a barbell or something, I don't know. The third thing that midlife crisis guys always do is they always grow a goatee. Always. And when I'm editing these videos, I notice that, you know, I'm getting lines around my mouth and stuff, and I think maybe this is why these guys do it, is because they want to hide if there's any sort of, you know, age lines and stuff around their mouth, they want to hide that with facial hair, but it's like, dude, your goatee is gray. This is a complete wash for you. You're trying to hide a sign of age with another sign of age, and now you've got this annoying goatee, so... Fourth thing, completely shave their head. Now, I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but number 5, tattoo and ear stud. Presumably, tattoos and ear studs are supposed to demonstrate that you are a badass. I guess that the reasoning behind that is that I could withstand the pain of getting a tattoo and the other pain of getting my ear pierced. Well, good for you. Both those things are also true for every 15-year-old girl in the world. And the 15-year-old girl has more tattoos than you and far more ear piercings. And then number 6, after midlife crisis guy has gotten his badass car, his buff-ass body, his bald-ass head, his gray-ass goatee, his tattoo, and his ear stud, then he goes and starts hitting the bars. And like I said, we all know this guy. He is in every bar that you go to. He is always alone because his friends are married and they have kids and they can't go out. 7, ridiculously inappropriate in conversation. Back in January, Chris and I went out to a bar. There was a bar that was having like a karaoke night, so we went out. And the bartender girl was pretty cute. But neither one of us was trying to put any moves on her, and we were just having our conversation, and then when the karaoke guys started, we went up there and I sang a song and he sang a song. And midlife crisis guy came in. The whole deal. This guy was the whole deal. So, like, he spots us sitting over by the bar, and he comes and sits down with us, and all of a sudden it's like we're supposed to be his pals. So Chris is sitting between me and this guy, and this guy is bending Chris's ear talking to him about something, and I can't hear what they're talking about. But then when, like, Midlife Crisis guy goes to the bathroom, Chris was like, that guy is batshit crazy. And then Midlife Crisis guy comes back, and he sits down, and then, like, Chris went up there to sing a second song. The cute bartender comes up, and she brings me another beer, and she's giving me a smile, and she says, did you and your friend come here for the karaoke, or did you come here because you heard about the bar? I said, well, we actually came for the karaoke because several years ago, he and I went out one night for a karaoke and we had a lot of fun, but we have not been able to get out for many years because I've been working the night shift. So my schedule at work finally changed and we're finally able to do something like this again. And she smiled and she was like, oh, well, that's very sweet. Well, I'm glad that you were able to do that. Chatted a little bit more and then she left to go deal with other customers. So as soon as she's gone, Midlife Crisis guy is all like, man, you should have asked her if she wanted to come back to your house, dude, because, oh, God, could you get that pair of pants off those titties? Blah, blah, blah. The foulest stream of sexual remarks that I've, ever heard come out of any guy's mouth, and I work with some pretty raunchy dudes. And I'm thinking, like, dude, what you so do not get about what you just saw between me and this woman was that I was being a gentleman all evening and she felt comfortable to have a little conversation with me. And even being a perfect gentleman, I stand little to no chance of ever bringing a pretty girl back to this apartment, which means, Midlife Crisis guy, that you stand none. Any woman who will go home with you is someone you don't want in your home. So I give Midlife Crisis guy 1 star. You got in shape, and your goatee is very well trimmed. But your single-minded obsession with sexual conquest is quite frankly making the rest of us uncomfortable. Also, you are making me look bad, and I don't appreciate that.
What do you got, Megan?
I'm making a sandwich. A leaf sandwich.
A leaf sandwich?
A leaf sandwich.
It's a leaf, and a leaf, and a leaf.
Yeah, and do you want to see
I think that's called a salad.